Africa is a continent rich with opportunity. And when business and communities come together, its astonishing potential begins to be felt. With the Millennium Development Goals steering these partnerships, Africa's future is being rewritten with innovation, foresight, and inclusivity. Crossing the length and breadth of the continent, our journalists uncover these stories and share them with the world. Join us now for remarkable stories of partnerships across Africa, building the future and changing lives. It's Africa's time.
More than 2/3 of Kenya's 46 million people live and work in rural areas, but they've traditionally been excluded from the formal banking system. Inclusion is vital to development, so it's Africa's Time travelled to Kenya to learn how technology has enabled branchless banking to reach millions of unbanked Kenyans, giving them access to a brighter financial future. Our story begins in the city, downtown Nairobi to be exact, the country's capital. It's the urban financial hub that drives the economy. And it's here where the face of banking is rapidly changing, with important implications for rural Kenyans. Entrepreneurs like Francis Irungu, who owns a downtown store, have become independent banking agents, using their existing stores to transact for customers and transforming the banking landscape.
We call it a bank revolution because bank was for the few. Now they will tell customers, you can come open an account, you don't need to be introduced by anybody. You don't need to maintain a minimum balance in your account. You only need your identification, which is your ID. With agents banking, as you have said, one thing is trust. You read his account, you check his balance. So it's a great trust. People used to fear that you can give somebody in a kiosk money to deposit in your account. I convince them this is like any other bank.
Equity Bank trains and appoints agents like Francis to represent them. Ingenico Group, a global leader in electronic transaction systems, created smart terminals to enable the agency system to work. Francis!
Hey, hi, Elise.
How are you doing? This is your downtown Nairobi headquarters.
Yeah, it's a very busy place. Yeah.
Business is good?
Very busy, yeah.
But while banks and banking agencies predominate in the city, one wonders why rural areas have taken so long to catch up.
About 66% of all Kenyans do not have access to formal financial services. I mean, getting a bank account was more difficult than getting a passport. When Equity Bank came into the picture, we broke all those barriers using our agents, using our merchants. Any place where we have any semblance of human settlement, we have an agent.
The training process involves one-on-one training with agents. Each branch has 3 dedicated employees who deal with the agents. They'll also recruit and give them day-to-day support.
Those were the basic training. But after 1 or 2 months, we went now for detailed training. We were told about money laundering, how the fraud happens, things like that. So we are trained every 3 months.
I think this is a very exciting opportunity for Kenya, and undoubtedly with new jobs and with the way the economy is developing at the moment, I think access to rural banking is going to become a very important feature for Kenya and for rural communities.
Ingenico Group created a secure, robust and easy-to-use smart terminal for urban and rural settings, which people needed to trust.
Security is a key. Ingenico is investing a lot on security, and we are working with a lot of international bodies to make all our solutions, our workstations, our point of sales, our terminals more secure. Instead of bringing people to the branch, you are bringing the branch to people. I mean, there is a big difference between the remote areas and the cities. And the financial institutions and the bank, they have to go out of the box. Because a lot of people, they think that Africa needs us. But Africa really doesn't need us. We need Africa.
So Africa's forcing you to innovate?
Absolutely, yes.
Francis, who lives with his wife and young daughter just outside Nairobi, has developed as an entrepreneur and continues to grow his business. He's now opened a second equity agency in the rural village where he grew up, inside his sister's general dealer shop.
Since I became an agent, I boosted my income because it was an additional income. I've created what we call employment. The agency in Nairobi was the first one, or we can call it a headquarter. But Equity Bank has allowed you to have more than one. So long as you can be able to manage them, you can meet the criteria.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lisa.
You're all packed and ready?
Yes, I'm all packed.
We're going to Nyeri
Yeah,
town.
I'm going to Nyeri now.
Yeah, I brought a map because I thought it would be pretty cool
Yeah.
for you to show us exactly where we're headed.
We are in Nairobi right now. We go past Muranga, then from Muranga it's Nyeri.
It's about a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, 2 to 2.5 hours drive.
So we're going to Gakindu, which is near Nyeri town, but why did you open a store there?
As I've told you, this is my home area, and I am very keen to develop where I come from. This is where I used to go when I was a small boy to the market. I would like my community to access the banking. When they have banking services, you expect more things to happen. Development will be there. People will be having somewhere to keep their money safe.
And it's great business, they know you.
Mathi, kau toro. Ya kurehera tuburungo haha. Toni toyo to ngoko. Banking was unheard of in a setting like this, the village, because banking was for those people who are rich. We did used to have a bank, and people used to do what we call the asset financing. You know, that's an accounting term now. Because when you buy something to liquidate, you don't have the cash, you have the asset.
Twarutaga tukagura ng'ombe na tukagura mburi twendia na ngũkũ rĩu tukarĩithagia rĩu ithuĩ ũrĩa twaikaraga tene tũtiakoragwo na bengi cia kũiga mbeca twaigaga mũndũ ahithaga mũkondoro-inĩ wa ũrĩrĩ agaikia mbeca hau.
So Francis, it's communities like this one that you grew up in that really benefit from agency banking.
Yeah, they have benefit from the agent banking. They can save their money, they can withdraw the money time they want, so flexible. They don't have to travel for a very long distance to get their finances. We have a market, so they can go on the market day, they can sell their things and deposit money to the equity agents.
Come straight to you.
Yeah.
Francis has a strong customer base. His parents and many others from the community who know and trust him bank at his agency, which he manages with his sister. One such person is local businesswoman Josephine Wanjira Kimoto, who sells prepaid cards in the towns and villages of the Nyeri district.
Okay, my name is Josephine Wanjira Kimoto. I'm a mother of 2 girls, Sharon and Joy. I'm a businesswoman. I always wanted to be my own boss. I've sold cards for a long time, so people know that I carry cash. So it's risky, so I prefer being deposited my money in my account rather than carrying cash. Before that, we used to go to bank, but to bank, you go queuing for a longer time. Time is money. It helps people with small business to save. At least I'll be saving 100 each and every day, expanding my company, employing more workers, buying more motorbikes. Yeah, it's possible.
My name is Patrick Washira Mwangi. And I have been a photographer for a long time. I'm the main guy, and people like me, and when they don't find me, they feel so unhappy. Because when people have occasion, almost everybody likes to cover his occasion. Wedding people are so happy, so joyful. Lisa, these are the photos I took from yesterday's wedding.
Oh man, look at this. Do you love what you do?
Very much.
Really?
That's my job. I'm doing it for a long time. I am married to a very lively wife, and I love her so much. And we work together. And you know, when you are working together with somebody, you spend most of the time together. The room we are in, we have shared. That is a small studio. The other part is a salon. Sometimes you get bored, but here I don't get bored. You know, everybody starts from somewhere. I start from so down. In fact, from the beginning, I hired a camera from my brother. Then after working for a time, I bought my own. Then there was a challenge in transport. I bought a bike. Then after working for some time, I bought a car. I have my own car now. Bye. You know, as a business person, you must have somewhere to keep your money. The bank is far away from here. When you are working, maybe you get late at night, there is no time to take money to your bank, so you keep your money in the pocket.
Ah, Patrick. Por what?
But when the agent came nearer, my income has improved greatly. There is no impulse buying. The little I get, I can save it, I can deposit every now and then. And if you have a loan, you are servicing a loan, you just get there, you pay your loan, you even pay electricity there. During the weekend, it is operational, unlike the bank. They open from the morning up to night. Thank you very much. I have been seeing my business growing. In 5 years, I will be very far. So I have a lot of hope.
The future of Africa is based on financial education and technology. And technology, if it is well mastered, if it is well done, you have a fabulous tool to grow Africa in the future.
It's real people's stories that make the power of financial inclusion clear. Something so simple that many of us take for granted, a bank account, and being able to gear your hard-earned cash and plan for the future. Technology made possible by companies like Ingenico Group is helping rural Kenyans improve their lives in remarkable ways. All they needed was to be invited in.